The only way to truly make peace with your enemies is by nailing the microscopic moments of kindness that you can show towards them. What do I mean? Let's say, for example, that you are very upset at one of your classmates. Maybe because they keep embarrassing you in front of the class when you every time you go and read an essay in front of it. Okay, so what you need to realize is that that is an extremely complex, a very complicated situation. How do you fix the hostility in the complicated situation? You fix the hostility in the complicated situation by nailing the very simple, basic interaction that you can have with that person. My favorite example of this is greetings and farewells, they're called. So, what do greetings and farewells mean? They mean the one word interaction that you can have with that person on a daily basis, every single time that you see them. Hi and bye. That is what I'm talking about. There is no need to exaggerate. Hi and bye. If you say these things to a person every single time you see them, I promise you that the chance of them being extremely hostile towards you goes down by like 90%. Why? Because deep down, you, me, that person is yearning for that very basic social interaction. There are some people on this earth that when you say hi to them, when you say, "Oh, hi, Eddie," they get ecstatic. They pat you on the back, they high five you. They can almost kiss you because of how happy they are because you said hi to them. That isn't sad. That should just be expected. You're extremely lucky to have people interact with you. So why shouldn't you provide that luck for other people? That is literally the entrepreneurial way of thinking about social interactions. The best way to think about everything. If you provide value through your highs and through your buys, through your thank yous and through your no thank yous, through your compliments, maybe even insults, then the person you're actively interacting with is not going to feel as much resentment towards you as they did before. Why? Because you're providing them, you're giving them the basic resources of society, which are greetings and farewells, highs and buys. These are some of the most, these two, the two-letter word hi and the three-letter word bye, are probably the strongest things that you can have, that you can say to a person. Because once you actually say them, you're actively acknowledging their existence. That is what the core of social needs means. Just having another person, another human, acknowledging that you yourself are human. That is truly the only way to make peace with your enemies. Because what's the alternative? What does every single parent, teacher, mentor tell you to do with your enemies? They tell you to ignore them. But what happens when you ignore them? It doesn't help with anything. If there isn't a force to counteract that hostility that that person is directing towards you, like the spikes that they're directing, the venom that they are spitting towards your soul, then they'll just continue to spit and stab. There is no utility in actually ignoring someone because you're not stopping everything. And by doing that, not only are you allowing them to keep attacking you, but you ensure that you will feel bad every single time that they attack you. Because what happens when you say, wow, that person is just below my level? I don't know why they're acting like that, but it's probably because they're worse than me. Oh, I'm a victim. I'm going to ignore this. What happens? You don't accomplish anything. Nothing of what you actually want to accomplish by ignoring that person is accomplished. You need to fight back. And the best way to fight back is through kindness. I was watching a Lex Friedman podcast the other day. Weird transition, I know. But it was a podcast with Elon Musk. And Lex Friedman straight up asks Elon Musk, what do you think the best way that the Israel-Palestine war can end? What is the simplest, not best, simplest way it can end? And Elon Musk said, and I quote, maybe I'm butchering this, but he said something of the sort, through conspicuous acts of kindness. Acts of kindness. That is how wars are ended. What happens when you have ignorance in war? Ignorance, ignoring things in war. Not ignorance in that sense, ignorance in that sense. What happens? One side gets completely demolished by the other one that is willing to be on the offensive. And what happens when both sides start destroying each other? When you spit the venom, when you take the swords and put them back into the soul of your enemy, what happens? Both sides end up defeated. Nobody wins. So what are you going to do? Are you going to ignore and get destroyed, fight back, and still get pretty damaged? Or just try to be kind? Try to be gentle. Try to say hi and bye. Try to provide some value in the simplest two-letter word. In a two-letter word in hi. In a three-letter word, bye. It is not that hard. Just say hi and bye. And all conflict with a person has like a 90% chance of going down. Yes, there are people that will not stop harassing you. There are people that want what is worse for you. But that is no reason to neglect them from this basic human right that can probably tranquilize them if you do it enough. Because if somebody actually recognizes your existence, recognizes that you are a valuable human being that provides something that's worthwhile, you are not going to be hostile towards them. You're going to be nice. You won't start embarrassing them in front of a classroom when they're reading an essay, because that is what respect means. Respect can only be created when respect is shown. Don't even expect people to show you respect. Don't expect your enemies to just vanish, because that's not going to happen without you doing something. Ignoring doesn't work, and just flipping the coin, no, that's not a good. Just saying the same thing back isn't going to work either. The only way to actually get rid of your enemies is by being kind to them, by having some basic social interaction, some fresh communication, because that is truly what every person wants. I'll see you later.